Good morning. I am back in Amsterdam and ready for my second day now. Yeah, I came back 2 days ago and spent a lovely time with my boyfriend. And then today I went out to Pilates, worked out, and then gonna meet with a friend now. And after that, there's gonna be some exciting things happening today. And please, drum roll, please. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna work. Yep, that's it. That's the big news. And I'm gonna be revising my novel once and for all. I think this is gonna be like maybe my 6th or 7th revision. Definitely not third, I know, definitely, but just somewhere between 3 and 5. Maybe it's my 5th revision. Anyways, so I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna be trying to use a bit more of what I have come to know as a person throughout these months. It's been a couple of years that I'm writing this book now, right? It took me about 2 or 3 years to finish it. So now I'm 27 years old, and there's been a little bit more life experience and a little bit of more knowledge. So I'm gonna try to sprinkle that into there and hope that whoever reads the story will resonate with it on a deeper level, on a heart level, rather than just it being a pleasure to read, which is also fine, that is also gonna help people in a way to reflect on things and help them own up to who they are and their stories. So I'm excited for that. So I guess that's it, right? I feel like I'm a bit rusty now, like to this whole YouTube thing. God, you can see that I can't even speak properly, but yeah, it had been a while since I last did one of these. So come and write with me. Let's go. Okay, so first things first, get your place ready. So wherever you're going to write, which for me will be on the kitchen table, you have to make sure that it helps you reflect the creative zone that you want to be in. And for example, I'm going to be turning off that TV show and cleaning this place up and maybe even lighting a candle. Let's see. Yep. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm gonna be doing some developmental edits today to my book, The Rise of Chaos. And The Rise of Chaos is about Anika, a 17-year-old heir who lives in a temple and is kind of trapped into that temple, and to prove her worth and to basically observe a system that keeps her in the temple, she decides to venture outside, and she crosses enemy lines. There, of course, things doesn't go as planned, and she's thrust into this game between gods and divine people and beings. So yeah, that kind of, I think, sums up her story, and it doesn't really, but it gives a, I think, nice overview. So when I wrote this book, I was inspired by the Avatar: The Last Airbender, Game of Thrones, Avatar the movie, and I think I had just a bunch of inspirations. I also love listening to music, and I actually saw this on the internet the other day, and it said something like, oh, like, sometimes people ask me how I write, and I can't just tell them that, I've been seeing these like delusions since I was 10, which is basically how it is for me as well. It's kind of like seeing a picture in my mind, and then that picture just gets into my computer or my notebook. Yeah, so as I said, we're gonna be doing some developmental edits today. I'm already in the querying stages, so I feel like I should have done this a tiny bit earlier, but I think I don't know, maybe it's the perfectionist in me, but I can never be like fully satisfied, or it's not even about satisfaction, it's about, you just get these new ideas the whole time, and you say, oh, like what, like this would be actually so interesting, this would be so much fun, this would be really cool, blah blah blah. So you get all these ideas, and I'm trying to be like mindful and like, you know, just treat it as if I would treat my nervous system. So like, I get it, you know, I get it, and I have some tools that we can, you know, use to keep us moving forward towards our values. So the same perspective I take in psychology and in my general life, I try to bring it to my inner writing critic. Yes. For the third time, we're gonna, not we, but I'm gonna be doing some developmental edits, and you can join me for whatever you're writing, whether that be a dissertation, essay, creating a project, a novel, a short story, a poem. Let me know in the comments as well. I would love to know what you're working on, and I feel like the writers and like generally reading creativity communities are just very supportive of each other, and I really want to offer that like supportive environment in my channel as well. So yes, let me know about what you're writing, what you're working on, and we can, you know, just support each other and just root each other, I think. Yes, so first things first, let me write my candle. Oh gosh, it's better if you don't see this because this is a mess. As you can see, this happened when I was trying to I think when I was maybe in my like third or fourth revision and yep, you can see how gorgeous this candle is. Okay, let's light another one, but this one smells really good. I'm also in the lookout for non-toxic candles, so let me know if you know any. Oops, which would be really nice. Right back. Okay, I've got a huge candle with me, and huge matchsticks to light them. So first, let's get that ready. But I want to say something. In this writing session, yes, your inner writing critic can be loud, and yes, they can, you know, say some stuff. Whenever you notice that, take a deep breath, nod at me, or like just, you know, shake your head and remind yourself that during this writing session, this is a safe space. Your inner critic can speak, but so can you. And while it continues to speak, you can continue to work, take a moment, and write again. So there's no pressure here. Even if there is a pressure that you feel, you can still, with me, move toward what you value. For me, this value is moving, creating something that gives me and others a peace, an escape, and a place to dream big and find a courage within. And while doing so, break up a few bad habits and become more at peace with yourself and own up to who you are. So yeah, that's my intention for today's writing session. And you can take a moment to find your intention for this writing session, and then we can begin. Let's see. Wow, I was not expecting this to almost light up my hair. Okay. All right, I'll just write 3 of them. Come on. Writing candles is always stressful. Okay. We've got our candle. I'm gonna put it right here. This one here. Okay. Got my writing notebook. Open some Twilight ambience. Oh yeah, Twilight was also one of my inspirations. God. To be like, how old was I when Twilight came out? But maybe I was not even in high school, or maybe I was, but I think no, I was not. But either way, that movie and those books, they changed my brain chemistry, that for sure. Okay. For my writing, I use a platform called Reedsy, and I also use sometimes Word as well. I think it's a little bit of a mess, my working style at least. It's not like, everything is not like super organized or clean. Unfortunately, I want it to be a bit more organized, but I've just got like my files on my computer. I've got my Google documents, I've got my Microsoft Word documents, but generally Reedsy is the place I write. So that's where I form the initial drafts, that I can say. And I'm gonna be using an app my boyfriend is working on. So this will be kind of like a demo. I don't know if maybe I should do like a screen recording as well. This is the first writing session I'm doing. Yeah, just, this is the first writing session I'm doing, so I'm sure it will get better, okay? Stick around, it will get better. You feel free to give me some ideas. But I genuinely think that we can turn this into a series where maybe I yap less and talk less, and we focus a bit more on writing, and we can even like discuss some writing techniques, or just, things, our journeys with writing. Yeah. Yes, so to keep time, I'm gonna be using the app my boyfriend is creating right now, which is a productivity application for macOS users. Fingers crossed it'll get to all platforms. But I've been using it religiously, and I kind of like to think that he made this and is making this for me, but that's just a romantic thought. I should probably ask him. But yeah, as like a better user, I am loving this app. Great, 20 minutes. This app has 9 productivity tools, all in one, just single app, and it's super easy to like navigate, and there's just a bunch of things that I use for, and I'm gonna be using the routine one, which helps with so you just decide on a time that you want to work on, and then you just click on play, and that's it. That's literally it. So it's been 11 minutes. Sorry, I can't really see my phone. Also, feel free to mute me and put me in a corner of your screen, and I'm gonna be adding some ambient music to the background. But like I said, feel free to mute me and put on your favorite writing tracks. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, and that concludes our 20-minute writing session. Hope you had a lovely writing session and that the music and that the whole video helped you write whatever you wanted to write. And thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.